Well, it's Tim with the TAH Farm. Today is June 25th, Friday, and we're just getting started on this 200 series head from John Deere. Seen the last video, we just got it pulled out of back in there. Anyway, we went through, all the sickles look good, hold downs look good, everything's good and tight. We went through there. What I'm working on right now is putting these bolts in. For wheat, you want this flex head to stay up. If not, then this hangs way down and the wheat won't come up that. So we don't skid across the ground, you cut your wheat high. So we got these bolts to put in. I had to drill this one out here. That one looks to be okay, and the other two are okay. There's 6 on this. This is a 216 head. Now the 200 series, those are supposed to be 3/8. Well, I didn't know that. My buddy's got a 920 head, and I asked him what size his bolts were, and he told me they're 3 inches long carriage bolts by 7/16. So I ordered 10 of them. These are 7/16 holes. The reason I had to drill this one out is because these 2 sheets kind of didn't line the gap up right for that hole. So I just made that hole work better for me. But when I bought this head, the guy gave me 6 of these big washers. Now, they're not square, so we're making them square using a 3-corner file so that our carriage bolts will fit down in there. See, they won't go in. So that's what we're working on here right now, getting those rounded off. But haven't even started on the combine yet. I do need to hook the battery charger up and make sure we get a trickle charge on that and get it checked out, make sure everything's good there. So that's kind of what we're working on today. However, it's been a little rainy out, so and there you go. Fits all the way down in there. All right, real straightforward. Just goes down in there, and you reach down underneath here and put your nut on. Then you tighten it up. All right, here's what I'm looking for. There's a little bit of gap there. There's a little rubber plate that slides in there, and this one's pretty much missing. All you gotta do is take the bolts off on the bottom. That comes loose. We'll quarter turn this. That'll hold this pressure off of that from this spring under here. And I got a new wear pad I can put on there. So we're gonna do that real quick. All right, we had to run over to the vise to get that out of there. That's a new one. And there's the wore out one. So just slips in there. And then line it all back up. Well, then you get it all tightened up. Quarter turn that. Take that pressure off of that right there. Now that spring is now holding that tight. So now, while we were looking things over, I noticed when I was putting that last one in, this one here is broke. So I gotta look. I think I got a spare. We'll be right back. All right, got the end cover off this right end. That hooks up to the head of the combine, and it drives that chain which runs the auger. And got to looking at it here, and it's, I mean, I know it's loose. We're almost tightened up all the way. I mean, there's room to tighten more, but awful lot of side play. And with it being that loose, it's either take a link out or replace it. So we're gonna see what size chain that is and see if we can't get chain and replace it. All right, guys, that is no optical illusion. That is on its side. That is wore out. So we're gonna find out what it is and definitely replace it, because that's not worth saving. All right, we're now on the other end of the head. There's a belt that goes on here, and I determined that that belt was bad and we're gonna replace it. So we spent all evening last night, because now this is the next morning, trying to figure out what parts, because I found this spring was broke. And there's two different versions here, so we had to break down by the serial number. Man, what a fiasco. Anyway, we found the spring, and here's what the spring looks like. We had to compare, and John Deere was able to get in specs, but there's all the pieces. So that's ordered to be here Tuesday. We got to get with Shoops. We're going to order the chain, order some other things there. So we're good there now. I just got to get some stuff put back together on it. We're going to get this unearthed from everything that's around it. We're going to pull out and go through that today. So we'll be right back. All right, we're up here in the Great Beast. Let me show you. Just flipped my breakers on my batteries. Fuel pump's running. Let's see if she starts. Wow. I haven't started that since last fall. Taking corn off. Well, we'll let it warm up a little bit here, and then we'll get it out and clean it up. Well, I'm tearing into the AC because it's not coming on. So anyway, here's where we are, and everything else in the combine's running good. We had it out, checked it all out. I'm right now just messing with the AC, see if I can find what's wrong with it, because it's miserably hot in that oven. I got plenty of refrigerant. Got my gauges on it. Anyway, there you go. We'll let you know what we find. Well, we found the problem with the air conditioning. That wire wasn't making good contact with this crimp on this relay. So, got me a new one. We're going to cut this back, get the good clean wire, reattach, and it should work. We'll be right back. All right, there it is, and that's located up on top of the cab. Yeah, we're clear up here. They take all this cover off to get to that, but I knew it wasn't the low pressure switch, and all the fuses were good. So anyway, that's what we found right there. Let's go see if it works now. The end of Saturday here, and we just got done cleaning these up. I don't know, I might need to take something across those and clean it up a little more. Some are pretty good, like that one's pretty rough, but just put those on. Got a bunch of wheat that's falling down, so we'll see how it goes. Chain I'm ordering Monday. Spring is ordered. A washer's ordered for that thing. Belt, we got to figure out the belt yet for this end here. And the combine, buddy of mine's got some R12. He's a refrigerant guy I used to work with. He's got some R12 that we can charge that back up. It's never been converted over to 134A. That is it. We get that stuff done and this thing is ready to go. I do need to grease everything up. Everything needs greased yet. So we're gonna end Saturday here, and we'll pick this video up next week when we have the parts.